No. Outdoors, woman thing. Let's take it up on people. Look, even at you. Level them in. Yeah, tripod can be a little bit of a hand that took us.
Are we on? Yeah. Hey, everybody. How you doing? All right. Well, who'd you come out here to see? John Barrowman. The awesome, the wonderful, the great. John Barrowman? I think we can make that happen. I think so. All right. Ah, there it is. Well, let's go. John Barrowman, ladies and gentlemen. Cincinnati! You better appreciate it. It cost me 40 fucking bucks for this. I said, I've got to get something that, you know, is from the area, and, you know, they can celebrate when I walk out. Someone said, you got to go get a Bengals t-shirt. And I went, okay, no problem. So I went to Macy's. I had to remortgage a house to get this. I put the thing up on the counter, and she went, that'll be $45.99. I went, what? For a t-shirt? My autograph isn't even that much. Talk to you, so get out from behind that cash register and talk to me for a little while. She was like, excuse me, you're getting aggressive. I'm like, I know. The woman had no clue. And then I walked away, and she's like, oh my God, he was crazy. And this other person walked up to him and went, no, that's just John. Thank you for having me. You guys have been wanting me here for a long time, and I haven't been able to come, well, here. So I don't hold back. And the good thing is, kids will be like, why are you laughing? And moms and dads on the way home will be like, shut up, don't answer that! Just keep driving, we're almost home! I love it. He laughing over there has no clue what I'm talking about, right? Right, Flash? Oh, no, you're not a Flash. Oh, got it. Okay, but you're laughing. I love that you're laughing, right? You're just dressed as Outlet, I know. That's great. But you're laughing, right? Good. That was the best lie you've ever told. So, how many of you have, well, let me just get to the point, really, and be blunt. How many of you saw that video? Oh, so do I! And now you know why! Saw the video my husband accidentally did. Anyone see that? Okay, who hasn't? Oh, liars. Well, let me tell you, we were in our house and in Palm Springs, and we were in the backyard, and we were deciding to have a little bit of a time in the jacuzzi, and when we're in our own home, probably as you all do at your own home, we just walk around naked, right? Look at them all like, no. we have winters here, things freeze. They shrink. Well, at 110 degrees, they don't shrink, they just get longer, okay? When my mother comes over, she's like this, oh my God, this heat's killing me. Thank you, 3 people, you got that. So Scott and I'm in the jacuzzi, and sometimes when I'm in the pool or the jacuzzi, I like to do some FaceTime, Facebook Live and video. And I'm in the jacuzzi, and I'm also naked, but I don't show anything, and I'm sitting there, I'm saying, hey everybody, Johnny here, just giving you an update of what's going on, and da-da-da-da-da, and all of a sudden behind me I hear, sploosh. And I turn around and I go, did you just walk behind me naked? And he went, yeah, why? I just saw Jungle Book, I loved it. I'm like, forget Jungle Book! You're bringing a whole new meaning to King of the Swingers! 4 million people just saw your yin-yang! And he went, Munker. I went, you might not care, but Mark Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, 300 billion to cure every disease, he might be concerned, and other people might be. He's like, well, you know, it's part of the body, it's everybody, everything's cool. So I left it. I didn't do anything, but thank God for you guys, you made it viral. It's the only time my husband's ever had a virus on. Anyway, so his yin-yang went viral, right? And eventually, Facebook took it down. I didn't touch it because I'm not embarrassed about nudity or anything like that. Those of you who've seen that episode of Doctor Who with me and the Trini and Susanna. So I have no problem with it. And I thought, you know, we're at home, we're a married couple, what is the big deal, right? So, cut to, I go to London, and while I'm in London, I'm doing some work there, and I decide, as you always do, those of you who are married or partnered or whatever, and you decide you have to go see the in-laws. So I go to see my in-laws, Sheila and Sterling, right? And I get to the house, and listen, we get along fantastically well. We've known each other for a long, long time, and I get in the house, we're sitting in the conservatory, and I sit down in the conservatory, and we're having tea, and crumpets, and finger sandwiches. It's very English, right? And Sheila's sitting across from me, and I'm sitting across from her, and Sterling's in the kitchen, and he brings stuff out, and Sheila sits back, and she says, John! So yes, she says, John, Jackie called today. I said, did she? She said, you know Jackie, John, did you? I went, yes, I know Jackie. Well, Jackie was on the phone and she said to me, Sheila! And I said, yes, Jackie! I'm like, yeah. And she said, yeah. And the tea comes out, Sterling gives me, she said, yes, well, I said, yes, Jackie. She said, well, Sheila, have you seen the internet today? That's what she calls the internet, the tinternet. Have you seen on internet today? And she went, no, Jackie. I said, I haven't seen anything. Sterling hasn't shown me. Well, Sheila, says Jackie, apparently Scott's Willie is all over the internet. Me. Is that true, John? I went, kind of. Oh dear, John, I do wish Scott would keep his Willie in his trousers. Well, Scotty! And again, I'm having a conversation with my mother-in-law about my husband's yin-yang, right? Not something you want to think about. And as I'm just getting my head around it, all of a sudden walks out of the kitchen Sterling, and he says, yes, well, apparently nothing to be ashamed of, he's well hung. That was the point I knew I had to go home. It was one of those, but yeah, so that's just the motto there is, if you're ever FaceTiming or you're ever on camera, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, don't walk behind them. Naked. You cause a stir. Listen, I like to go right to questions because I figure this is your time after a little story. Anybody who has a question, is this the mic? Go here, yeah? So if you want to line up and answer, have your questions, I think is there only one mic? Yeah. Never had two mics before. Hey, I'm on a roll today, all right? I just had the strongest coffee ever back there. So yeah, I try to get I feed off of you guys. And the questions and everything. I'll tell you right now, I don't answer favorite questions like, who's your favorite, what's your favorite, da-da-da-da-da. I'll tell you right now, David Tennant, okay? It's all about love. Anyway, all right, so we'll go first question, yes. Is it, the lady with the camera, don't push her out of the way because she will bash your head.
Hi, my name's Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
So, there was a rumor at DragonCon, not a rumor, that you and Eve got kicked out of a strip club in Wales. You can learn and maybe tell.
That's highly possible. We've been kicked out of a few clubs. Yeah, because what normally happens in situations when Eve and I go out, Eve becomes very protective of me. I don't know why. I'm a big boy, I can take care of myself, right? But Eve's a Welsh girl, and when Welsh girls have a few beers in them, Welsh girls become Welsh angry girls, right? And protective girls. It's like that motherly instinct comes up. So when I'm with Eve, if anybody comes near me, don't know why, even people come like yourselves coming up to me going, hey, she's like, get away from him! He's on his own time now! I'm like, Eve, it's okay. She's like, no, it's not! So probably one of the strippers did come up to me and offer to give me a lap dance. And she's like, no, I'm giving him one! I'm like, no, please! She's like, no, I'm doing it! Like I said, I don't know if that really happened, because I don't remember. I do remember the first time when my niece Claire came over, and we took Eve, we called up Eve because Claire wanted to hang out with Eve, and we called Eve up, and a few of us went out, and Eve and I, we went to a restaurant, and we started, my niece was able to drink, and she was 18 in the UK, which you're able to have a drink, which I think it should be everywhere. If you're able to go and fight for your country and do that, you should be able to have a drink. We're sitting, and I said, order what you want, right? And so my niece Claire said, Uncle John, I want champagne. And Eve went, yeah, champagne. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. The two of them ordered a bottle of Veuve Clicquot champagne, each. Now you're all going, huh, because you all know how much that champagne is, right? Uncle John was paying for it. If I had known, I'd be getting them Asti Spumante, okay? So they ordered Veuve Clicquot. Do you know what they did? They had a chugging contest. Yes. Have you ever chugged champagne out of a bottle? Do you all know what happens if you chug champagne too fast? You barf champagne right out. It's not pretty. However, these two girls, my 18-year-old niece, who I thought was so innocent, and Eve Mouse, who I know is not really innocent, did not bring any of that back up. They chugged both of those bottles. We then later are walking, and we're walking across the street, and I was at this point a little, worse for wear. We're walking across the street, and I got hit by a taxi. Not really hard, it was like a taxi that was just moving up a little bit, and I got nudged, I went, ah! Eve went up to the taxi, you get out! You just hit your Barrowman! I'll have you, mate! And she's trying to, I'm like, Eve, I'm fine, I'm really fine, I'm okay. So, that's that evening.
Thank you.
So I don't remember strippers. No. Yes?
Just a question, my name's Chris. In your opinion, do you think Jack Harkness is really based love?
In my opinion?
Yeah.
Well, he is. How How can he not be? He turns around and he says, they used to call me the face of Bo. What more information do you need?
I just wanted to hear you say it.
You just wanted to hear me say it?
Yeah.
Captain Jack is the face of Bo.
Thank you, Chris.
Quick, turn this way. That just happened. Is that your girlfriend? Fiance! Remasculate him later, okay? Yes. Send me pictures. Go ahead.
I have a request if you would be so good.
What's the request? I don't do videos. I can't, because seriously, because if I did a video for you, they're gonna want videos, and I have to do it.
Well, I have approximately 5,000 witnesses, so that's good enough.
Good.
Okay, I'm getting married next month.
Oh, can we do one for him because he's getting married? Okay. Everybody vote. Ready? Yes or no? Go, yes! Good, thank you. So what do you want me to do? I'm not stripping for your fiance.
Okay, so
Nor is he!
So he wanted to walk down the aisle to your duet version of I Know Him So Well, which is beautiful and I love
I
it.
cannot sing that right now.
Well, okay.
Okay, so that was what you wanted me to do, sing I Know Him So Well, a duet with
I
myself?
have this crazy idea that we shouldn't walk down the aisle to lyrics like nothing lasts eternally and perfect situations must go wrong. Call me crazy.
No, but let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. If you're aware of that before you go into it, then you won't have those situations go wrong, right? Right? So as long as you're honest about that, there could be bumps in the road, there could be, as I call them, humps in the road. There could be, little things that happen. You're going to argue. It's healthy to argue. Fighting is different, but arguing is pretty good. Disagreeing is good. You don't always have, as Scott and I always say, we're two individual men, and we have our own opinions and our own kind of views on things. Some of them we agree on, and some of them we disagree on. However, I'm always right.
See, I wanted you to tell him I'm right.
No, I know. Your job to know is that you're always right, but just keep it to yourself. Right? So when you're done with whatever you're having a discussion about, however heavy it may be, you walk away going, fine. I'm so right. Fine, you're good. I'm right. Okay? Because you know what? He's going to be doing exactly the same thing to you. With the word asshole in it. Yes. I should be Dr. Phil.
I was wondering, with the TARDIS, there's just so many different components to it. I was wondering...
They're all like toothpaste bottles, handles, card levers. I mean, everything you can find in a junkyard, that's what the TARDIS is made out of. It's awesome.
I was wondering, I heard, in one episode they mentioned how there's ketchup and mustard. Is there relish? That's my question.
Well, the relish is usually what we all do when we're in the TARDIS. Seriously, no, we relish. You guys are taking things a different way right now. I mean that there's ketchup and mustard, and when we are the people in the TARDIS, we are relishing being in there. How was that?
All right.
That'll be a quote on a t-shirt or something. Captain Jack relishes the TARDIS. Yes.
Alright, so my question is, are you planning on being in the next season of Arrow?
Am I planning? It's not
Or
up
are
to
you
me.
going to be?
Sorry?
Or are you going to be?
Well, yeah, I just don't, I know when. I thought I was not going to be in until after Christmas, but just found out I'm going to be in before. I'm contracted for so many episodes, and so yes, keep watching. Do you want Malcolm in Arrow? and no, I'm still in the show, yes, and I'll be doing some crossovers. I will be going into Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I really want to have some scenes with Arthur. I've already said to Mark Guggenheim, and I think they'd be silly if they didn't do this. Like something, we're in a situation, and I go, "Who's that?" He goes, "Who?" Yeah, what? Isn't that the doctor? Who? What? Who's on third? Something stupid, right? But for you guys, you go, "Oh my God!" Because I would be watching and doing exactly the same thing. Yeah? Yes.
While you're in Cincinnati, you do need to get some Skyline cheese cones. They're the best.
Wait. Say that again.
While you're here, you need to get Skyline cheese cones. They're the best.
Okay, stop it! This half it went, yeah, and this half went, whoa. Sky whore cheese somethings? Skyline chili?
Yeah.
No. No, listen, if I'm getting on an aircraft, I think there's a rule of 3 when you get on a plane, right? Because someone always farts on the plane. And it stinks, right? It's always somebody who, like, they think they're just gonna sneak it out, and it's... And the whole aircraft reeks of diarrhea, okay? Let's be honest. So they should never serve chili, curry, or Mexican food on a plane. And I love all those foods, but not on an aircraft. And what's the one thing they always serve on an aircraft? Peanuts. No, Mexican food. I had a friend who worked at Heathrow Airport. He said every time they opened the door to certain flights, it was like, whoa! So I will not be eating chili.
Okay, can I get a picture too?
No, I can't do that here. Don't look so disappointed, I can't. If I do that for you, seriously, do you stand by me on that one? Yes, because other people, you know what would be unfair? Because a lot of people I've already been paid, right? A lot of people are paying for photographs so the con makes the money back, okay? If I did that for you, it's unfair for all those people who've already paid for pictures. Okay? Thank you for asking, though. Sit down, you greedy little son of a bitch. Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm very good.
That's great.
Good. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you to sit down. No.
So, with being on Doctor Who and Torchwood, what has been your most memorable experience?
Very cleverly put. What's been my most memorable experience on set?
On both sets.
On both sets?
Yes.
Well, one of them, just the first one to come to mind in Torchwood was when we were filming the sequence where Jack Harkness was put into the cement block to stop him, right? And then Yanto had it thrown off a cliff, and it smashed, and I stepped out of it naked. And what I didn't tell Eve and Kai and Gareth when they were pulling around in the car, and I told all the cameramen, I said, whatever you do, don't stop rolling. Because I was completely naked. And they thought I was going to wear some. They usually give you a little thing to cover everything up, and for women they do on their chest, and men they do down there also. Blah blah blah. So I said, I'm not going to do it. And they were shooting the sequence, and they smashed. The camera's over my shoulder, so all you see is my rear end. The camera pans up past my bum, and then you see a wide shot of them coming around. What I didn't tell them is I slightly warmed things up before they turned around the corner. Because it was chilly in that quarry, right? So they come around the corner, and I can see immediately when they're in the car, their faces are like, and I'm like, hey, because the camera's panned past me over my shoulder. I'm like, hey, nothing to be ashamed of, actually. So hey, and then they get out of the car, and all of a sudden Kai gets out of the car, and he steps out, and he goes, whew, he can't look at me. I went, hey. Eve gets out of the car and she goes, walking towards me. And then Gareth gets out of the car and goes, and walks walks towards me as I'm standing there. Hey. If you go back and watch it, you will see all those reactions because it's that shot that they kept. What I didn't tell them also is I had to walk towards them, and I because I'm walking in a quarry and I'm thinking if I'm naked I gotta protect my feet, right? So I couldn't put booties on or shoes because you'd see my feet. So like any normal person, I put maxi pads on my feet. I did not know they were so absorbent. Oh my God, I started walking and it was like, then it was like, whoosh, whoosh. They were like this big! It was like I had platform shoes on my feet. And as I'm walking to them, they were looking at me like, what is wrong with your walk? And I went, they were gone. So that's one memorable moment. This shit happened all the time. I used to do stuff like that all the time. On Doctor Who, it was the moment where David and I were eating French fries, chips as we call them, because we had to do something in a sequence. We were hiding out, and it was David, myself, and I think Martha Jones. And I turned to David before we filmed, and we had to send in the thing that we were eating something. I said, David, what do you want to eat? And he's like, oh, John, chips. I'm like, oh, chips. Let's eat chips, David. French fries, like big, thick cut English French fries with vinegar and salt. Delicious. So, take one. Dialogue, eat a chip. Dialogue, eat a chip. Dialogue, eat a chip. Delicious. Cut. Well, we forgot. Not that we didn't know what we're doing, right? But we've never filmed before. We'd probably have to do about 4 or 5 different setups, which would equal about 24 takes, which would mean eating chips for the next 3.5 hours. Honest to God, by take 15 of the third setup, or take 5 of the third setup, which would be like 15, 20 takes on, we're like this. David, I can't eat another chip. And he's like, look, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw chips up in a minute. How many chips have you had? 6 bags of chips. So if you go watch that episode about chips, when we're eating those chips, know we're about to vomit. Those are 2. There you go. Yes.
Hi, John. My name is Vince. And
Hi, Vince. I remember you. You've taken me off your chest.
That's a little bit. This is a watershed moment for me, I got to tell you. And a lot of my friends are here tonight, and they encouraged me to come to see you today because I spend my 15-minute breaks at work making sure I've liked every one of your Instagram photos. Okay? So I have to tell you, I know everybody in this room feels the same way, but to be able to tell you this in this forum right now is just fantastic to me. I want to tell you with 100% sincerity and with no snark or sarcasm whatsoever. I'm a 52-year-old straight man from one of the most conservative cities in the United States, and I think you are the juiciest, sexiest, most handsome.
Not so straight, a little.
Well, believe me, I've gone back and I'm questioning a lot of the choices.
You know what's really funny is there's all these people. Hello. Hi. Hi. You're sharing the stage with me. Hi. Get off. The funny thing is, you're not the only one in this room of that of your persuasion.
Well, right? I think it's a spectrum, really.
No, the spectrum. What I'm saying is,
there's a leader, and I'm right about here right now.
No, but what I'm saying is, a lot of guys, and they'll be sitting here. Some of them, a lot of guys have come up with their wives, and they're like, you're my pass. And the wives are like, yeah, he's got that pass. Anything with Captain Jack, I'm like, but it's John Barrowman. They're like, whatever.
No, they tell me that you're my gateway with
Your gateway or gateway?
Yeah, right. So thank you for the closure. I'm shaking. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
How is that?
But see, for me, that's kind of proof that. How do I put this? That's proof that what? What was that? Oh, he's one of those guys too. Really? Your point, stand up a minute. Oh no, they're throwing you under the bus now and you won't stand up. Stand up. You be the bear, I'll be the cub. Wow. No, but that to me is like, you know, this whole thing of whether we're, you know, conservative, we're straight, we're gay, we're liberal, we're whatever. We're all just people, and we should be able to appreciate and accept and live with and understand rather than hate. And Vince, thank you very much. We probably won't vote for the same people, but you know, that's okay. As long as as long as we all vote. You gotta vote, particularly here in Ohio. All right? Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I have.
You're fine. Take your time. Don't worry. We're all here with you. Go ahead.
I have one question and two things for you.
You have one question to. I didn't get the last part.
Thank you.
Thank you. Got it. I love every moment she's going, deep breath. You're cool. I totally get it, but you have your moment. Go ahead.
I'm a little shaky.
Do you want me to come down there with you? Okay. There's a question on there. Okay, so show me the question.
Right here.
Okay. All right, so, do you want me to read it? Is it, you want to do it? Go ahead.
How did you know you want to become a theater actor and a TV actor?
How did I know that I wanted to become a theater actor and a TV actor? I didn't really, honestly, when I first was probably, gosh, before I was up till about 9 years old, 8, 9 years old, I thought I wanted to be a pilot, okay? An airline pilot, right? I still to this day love airplanes. In fact, our house in Palm Springs is right near the run. It's okay, you can hold my hand, I'm fine. I won't touch anything else, you can just hold my hand. You're beautiful, but you're not my type, all right? We live near an airport because we love watching the planes take off and land, okay? And I thought I wanted to be an airline pilot. I love planes. I loved watching the, you know, movies about planes, TV shows about planes. But then when I was about 9 years old, I realized that I was something different, which was being gay, and I actually liked the men in the uniform. That was what it was, right? So then that was when I started, you know,